You're watching BTTV, and I have with me Sandhya Devanathan. She's the VP at Meta India. Thank you so much, ma'am, first of all, for taking the time out. And first, let us talk about the partnership with the Ministry of Education and, with CBSE, with AICTE for skilling.
Yeah, we're very, very excited. And firstly, thank you for coming and being part of this today. We're really excited about the MOUs that we just announced, which is a partnership with AICTE, furthering our commitment with the CBSE board, as well as what we're doing with NISBUD. And I think there are three things that underpin this partnership. One is just that we remain really committed to making sure that kids of today are equipped with skills that they need for tomorrow. So that's why the work that we're doing with CBSE around extending AR, VR technologies, AI technologies, all of that is really important. Equally, we also know at a technical level and college level, it's important to have skills, and that's also an area where that's why we partnered with AICTE to further, education and skilling in that area. The last is, of course, the work that we're doing with NISBUD. And this is, both the work that we're doing on skilling as well as the work that we're doing in education is really important. And with NISBUD, it's particularly important because it underscores our continued commitment to upskilling and working with entrepreneurs and small businesses across the country. They're the backbone of the nation, and we want to make sure we're supporting them with the digital tools that they need. If you remember earlier this year, we announced a partnership with Kate where we said we'll train 10 million traders. So we are hoping with NISBUD as well, the work that we do, we'll see even more, entrepreneurship flourish even more in the country. So we're excited about all three MOUs that we signed today.
Absolutely, and ma'am, we are all set for G20 summit, and we are talking about skilling, upskilling, green skilling as well. So, how do you look at the progress that India has made so far when it comes to skilling, and the challenges that we are facing at this point in time, and what really should be done to create industry-ready workforce?
So I can talk to you from what we see in the Meta perspective, and we're really honored at Meta to see so many small businesses use our platform. I talked about it earlier today, which is, find their customers, find their existing customers, reach out to them, or, build businesses that go cross-border. You heard Minister Dharmendra Pradhanji also talk about going global. Rajiv Chandrasekharji also talked about that. So I do see, them continuing to be the backbone of the country and powering growth. The one thing I also see is that if we look at where India is going to head in 2030, that story cannot be divorced from the growth and our growth of small businesses. So that's why we're really committed around making sure they have the skills that are required to help them grow. We did a study where we found that small businesses complained about not having enough knowledge and skills to use digital tools to further their business. And that's why we're plugging the gap. We do everything from, WhatsApp Se Vyapar with Kate to, the announcement that we just made with NISBUD, and also the work that we do with VCs, where we partner with VCs to train young startups to get bigger. So we have the way we think about how Meta contributes to the skilling journey is think about where we come in and can help with either skilling or upskilling. So have students that are future ready, have businesses that are future ready.
Absolutely. And also, ma'am, talk to us about your experience at Meta India. It's been, I think, more than 6 months. I mean, tell us about your experience and, the new Meta India story and, your ambition and goals going forward.
Look, it's been actually 9 months now. This is my ninth month. But it's been, I always say this, it's been equal parts exciting, equal parts challenging, but I've enjoyed, every minute. It's a country with unparalleled opportunity. I'm coming back home, so it's awesome to be here and to witness India's tech, like being a participant in it. So for me personally, it's been very gratifying and satisfying to be back home. I would say that as I think about where we are as Meta India, and, we see ourselves as a big catalyst to India's tech. We aspire to make sure that we can continue to contribute to that story meaningfully. And that's why you see our continued investments, not just in skilling programs, not just in education, but you also see that in the work that we're doing in making sure we build for India first in the products that we build, and continuing to take the India innovation story global. So I'd love to see us continue to innovate and build for Meta out of India. So that's big.
Absolutely. Absolutely well said. And lastly, ma'am, important career skills that you feel, that are important for success, according to you, for all our viewers who are watching you right now.
Look, I don't know if it's great advice, but I'll give you my journey and what I've learned from it. I've been, I was a banker for a very long time. I started as an engineer, was a banker, then moved to tech. I've lived in multiple countries, India, the US, Philippines, Singapore, and now back in India. And I think the one thing that I've figured that has worked for me is I'm always in a learning mode. And I think that's really helped me as I've taken on new roles, new challenges, new countries. And also the other bit that I think is really essential actually to a lot of people today is the ability to deal with, you may have been trained to do a certain thing. If 10 years ago someone told me that, an AI prompter would be a job description, nobody would believe that. But that's how quickly technology and the landscape around us is evolving. So being able to deal with ambiguity, relearning, learning, right? And just being open to the challenges that life throws at you. And one message that I'd leave for, women especially watching this would be, please, be in the front seat of, at least for me, I think there was a point when I had a baby when it was really hard. And I'm glad I powered through that period because I think that opened up a lot of opportunities for me with support from my family, of course. But I think that's the other bit that I would offer up as advice, which is stay in the game.
Stay in the game. And on that wonderful note, thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.